School choice is so important to me, and I feel that that's every parent's right and responsibility to make that choice.
The state of Montana decided in 2015 that students attending private religious schools cannot benefit from a new state tax credit. Now the state will defend that decision before the U.S. Supreme Court.
If we win here at the U.S. Supreme Court, it makes a difference for my girls and for so many other families, because that means that we have opportunity to receive the scholarship funds that are available, and there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to use those funds just because they go to a religious school.
Each of these fractions.
And how do we do that? Both of my girls were at public school for a couple of years. They were struggling and they were not learning the things at school that I wanted them to learn. Sarah, being at the public school, was struggling just because she was too easily distracted in the classroom. She needs to be kept on focus and on task during the classroom setting. There was some bullying. Naomi has always been very vocal in sharing her faith with her friends at school, and because of that she tended to get ostracized. I started to look into options such as Stillwater Christian School. When I first went to Stillwater Christian School, I was absolutely amazed. Academically, their standards are higher, but the values-based education was so important to me that I really wanted my children to have. We needed money right away. We got down and dirty. I started taking on extra jobs and working janitorial positions. Naomi was out mowing lawns for the neighbors and trying to come up with some extra cash. We hosted a fundraiser yard sale, and we took donations from people all over the place, and we sold a bunch of things that we had. But we were willing to do whatever it took to make sure that we got into that school, and it was just so exciting when we knew we had enough money to make it happen.
This court is now in session.
The Montana Supreme Court strikes down a controversial tax credit that indirectly helps private schools here in the state because it amounts to aid for religiously affiliated schools.
When we received word that the Montana Supreme Court had struck down the program and had ruled in the favor of the Department of Revenue, I was quite shocked. There's no way that I could keep my children there at Stillwater without some sort of assistance. The cost would be far too great for me. If this scholarship program is completely taken apart and we no longer have that as an option, we can't stay at Stillwater School. And that is where they want to stay. That's where I want them to be. It would make me so sad for them to have to leave a school that they love and leave the friends that they love and leave the teachers that they love.
The U.S. Supreme Court will consider reviving a Montana program that gives tax credits for people who donate to private school scholarships.
When we found out that the U.S. Supreme Court was willing to take our case, it was just like a light went on in the darkness. We're fighting this fight because it's not just for ourselves, it's for the greater good of so many other parents who want to put their children in private school but maybe couldn't afford it without some sort of assistance.